That's the wooden box I was talking about. That thing spawns randomly across the map. I can't see it, but the survivors can. And like I said, they have to solve it or else a chain hunt will occur, which bothers everyone across the entire team. So someone has to go deal with that every now and then. Interesting hiding spot there, dude. This is the manual chains, which slow him down. The thing is, while I'm summoning the chain and controlling it, I am not moving, so people can, in theory, make a bunch of distance, and if they get away from it, then it is, like, at a greater distance, it's also really hard to hit them. They can juke it quite well. Yeah, the box is sadly not called the Soul Cube. Only Doom had the good graces to introduce an item called the Soul Cube, which may be where I nicked that name from many, many years ago. Why do I hear footsteps behind me? What the fuck? Did you just hide in here? You did. Wow, okay. Why are you not rescuing? Are you afraid that I'm just gonna reuse the hook immediately? Because I'll just basement hook this guy instead. Psych, so you thought, Leon. Oh, he just gave me the best pallet in the entire fucking map, and I still got the hook. I am so fucking happy. Well, it's kind of hard to say where exactly the character lies in terms of strength. He is a little bit complex with the two parts of his ability, basically. Maybe even more if you want to go too in-depth about it, but yeah. He's very complex, so it's hard to judge how strong he is, which means it's hard to judge how balanced he is, because in some circumstances he will feel very fucking ridiculously over-the-top strong, and in other circumstances he will feel average, probably bad. Yeah, I really shouldn't be doing that, should I? I hope he doesn't make that. Oh, he does not make it. Nice. This is another really strong pallet. Why are you here? Oh, because of your fucking Hex Totem, I see. Drop it. Thank you. I don't want to tunnel Dwight, so I'm not going for him, but I'll take this other very strong pallet for free. I think Leon went up as well, alongside Dwight. Hello, friends. Guess I'll take my first slap. I keep running into them. They're not very efficient at splitting up and stacking, or ideally not stacking, like doing generators. Really interesting. This pallet is gone, so he is getting it. So that dong sound and the like glowing chains on the left side indicate that a chain hunt is active. And as you can see, these portals just appear naturally across the map now and start poking people everywhere without me having to do anything about it. And that is a really, really, really powerful effect. Like, that is basically the better part of his power. And if the chain hunt is active, you're probably gonna struggle trying to do generators, trying to get away, trying to heal. Basically doing anything useful at all. Okay, we haven't looked Leon yet, but I'll take a second look on Dwight if I get it for free here. So Dwight currently holds the box, which means nobody is experiencing the... Oh, I thought he was gonna be slowed for a little bit longer. But yeah, nobody's gonna be slowed aside from... or annoyed by the chains aside from him as long as he's holding it. If I manage to down it, then everything is fine. Yeah, I'm still very salty about chain setting walls. That doesn't change the fact that this passive, like the chains randomly appearing, is the better part of his power. We didn't get to see if he has Dead Hard, so I waited for a second. I'll take this. Yeah, so the mechanics of the chain spawning is a little bit more complicated. Basically, they have a target survivor, and then they start appearing in portals. The portals being randomly, like, spread around the survivor's location. So they can spawn behind walls accidentally, which prevents them from chaining the survivor for obvious reasons. They can chain the survivor, but then the survivor runs around the corner and the chain immediately breaks, which also basically negates the specific chain. And like, it's really unreliable. And this applies both to the random chain hunts, or the random chains from the hunt, as well as from the ones I manually create. Like, sometimes you chain someone with this power, and nothing comes of it, because they turn a corner and all the portals are behind the wall, and they don't hit the guy. Or they chain him, but all the chains break immediately, because I have to run through the chains, which, for some reason, also breaks the chains immediately. Like, there's a lot of ways for the chains to be broken, basically, and when the chains just break immediately or the portals don't even connect, it feels very underwhelming. For the passive part, you can always make the argument that it's still slowdown because it's gonna bother everyone on the map, so it's not that bad. But for the active part, like when I manually aim a portal and aim one of these chains and manage to successfully hit someone, I better get some value from that. Like, I find it unacceptable that there are circumstances in which I hit someone with the chains and they basically aren't gonna get slowed at all, simply because of RNG-dependent portal spawns. So that's a bit ass. Oh, I'm sorry, Dwight, I don't want to go for you. I'll take the pallet though, thank you. Wasn't Leon here as well? Oh, hi. Funny, we keep running into each other. I swear I saw Leon here. Anyway, so this game's going really well, so I'm gonna be trying to spread out my hooks as much as possible, not go for the same guy twice and stuff like that, the usual. At least not twice in a row. Oh, he went behind, that's smart. Wait, no, he just looped around. Well, he confused me, so I confused him. There we go, we're even now. But I was hoping at least to get the dead orb out of the way. Maybe he doesn't run dead orb. Interesting to run into a David that doesn't use dead orb. So David and Dwight are now on Death Hook. Let's try to do this to everyone, ideally. Where the fuck are you hiding? What happened to one of the walkers? No, you're right there. Yeah, this shit is pretty hard to hit, and if you hit that in a spot where you don't get any value from it, you literally lose time instead of gaining time for hitting your power, which... Oh, he gave up. Oh. Now, the idea to hit these chains somewhat reliably is to summon the portal where they appear from right on top of the guy, because then he basically can't dodge them. Oh wow, he didn't want to try to fight this pallet. He still didn't drop it, what a mad lad. Okay, but I get a hit for that now. Actual mad lad. Respect to this ace. Thankfully I could afford to just take it slow there. If I was in a hurry to get that hit, then I would have swung or something and respected the pallet, and then eventually he would have like bought himself a shit ton of time. But since I got like the luxury of being patient, like usually you can't afford to be patient as Scholar, but I can right now, which is nice. But yeah, since I can just do that, I could just stay in the general vicinity and have a good time. Why are you teabagging? Has the game really been going in that sort of way that you feel like you need to teabag? That's the fact that I've been excessively exceeding, or excessively avoiding tunneling. I can't speak. Saying too many things in a row. Not been to your taste. Look at brutal strength value. I broke that pallet so fast that he just had absolutely nowhere to go. Right, so now that should be everyone on Death Hook, but David gave up, so it isn't. Instead, one is dead and everybody else is on Death Hook. I love that animation. I also like the locker checking animation, like check this shit out, it looks so cool. Like the way the chains just tear open the locker. If someone is in there, the chains also, or new ones, just grab the survivor out of the locker, which also looks fantastic. I could gush about his animations quite a bit. Just compared to the normal mold of just, hey, I kick generator, or hey, I pick up and carry survivor, this looks so much better. Or at least it looks so unique and interesting. Here, Ace. I'd like to find White first. They're gonna break those. This is not a great idea to break, I think, but we'll do it anyway. So Dwight was probably the one that picked up Leon. I forgot where Leon was though, so that's not helping me very much. Hello, Dwight. Oh, he was cleansing his totem when that happened. That's unfortunate. Sorry, sir. I wonder if he was window faking me there, if he was trying to dodge the chain. I don't think it would have been a good window fake. That is a very, very, very perfect mental image. I approve. I guess we should try to find the Leon for teabagging or something. Because I'm really excessively angry at this toxic survivor play. Like, how dare he? He even used a flashlight, like, can you believe it? Just the audacity of these people to use items. Yeah, you are, like, clearly earned. I must report you for being a toxic shit. I know, this game has just been kind of falling apart from the get-go. It's interesting because Pinhead, while I generally think he's somewhere in the middle in terms of actual strength, when he gets going, or when the game is getting rough, it gets really fucking rough. Because if you're already busy with trying to heal, trying to recuperate, if, like, life is going poorly, then also having to deal with either the chain hunt or searching for the fucking cube is ridiculously hard. Like, you suddenly have so much to do. Look at the chains appearing from inside of the thing to close it shut. But yeah, having to also worry about picking up the cube and solving it is a massive, massive issue for a team that's already struggling and under pressure. So I think he's exceptionally snowbally, which is what happens these last two games, like this game and the previous one. Like, I have a good start, people start bleeding, people start being injured and everything, and from there it just kind of falls apart completely. So I'm gonna give him the exit gate anyway, which means I'll just sit here and go AFK to the bathroom. BRB.